A new promise from former President Trump has sent a wave of pure panic through communities of Jamaican H-2A agricultural workers across the United States. His vow to launch the biggest immigration raids ever directly targets the very program that thousands of workers and their families depend on for their daily livelihood and survival. The terror that gripped the hearts of agricultural workers across the region was not just a vague sense of unease, but a very real, palpable fear rooted in the details of how these proposed raids would be carried out. For many, the mere rumor of such actions was enough to keep them awake at night, but as the plans became more concrete, the anxiety grew into something much more intense. The workers, many of whom had already endured long days in the fields under the hot sun, now faced the prospect of their nights being shattered by the sudden arrival of law enforcement. The threat was not abstract, it was immediate, personal, and deeply unsettling. The idea that their homes, however modest or temporary, could be invaded at any moment, without warning, was a source of constant dread. This was not just about the fear of deportation or legal trouble, it was about the violation of the one place where they felt even a semblance of safety. The terror stemmed from the knowledge that these raids would not be like anything they had experienced before. Unlike previous enforcement actions, which often involved notifying employers or conducting checks during working hours, the new plan was designed to bypass the employer entirely. This meant that the usual channels of communication and warning would be cut off. The focus would be placed squarely on the workers themselves, making them the direct targets of the operation. In the past, there was at least some expectation that employers might give a heads up, or that inspections would happen in a more public, less invasive manner. But now the strategy was to catch workers off guard, to confront them in the most vulnerable setting possible, their own living quarters. This shift in approach sent shockwaves through the community. Workers whispered to each other in hushed tones, sharing what little information they had, trying to prepare for the unthinkable. Some began to sleep in their clothes, ready to flee at a moment's notice. Others hid important documents or tried to memorize the few English phrases that might help them explain their status. The sense of isolation was profound. With the employer removed from the equation, workers felt more alone than ever, left to face the full force of the law on their own. The most chilling aspect of the plan was the authorization given to agents to storm worker housing in the dead of night. Imagine the scene. It's 2 or 3 in the morning, and the only sounds are the quiet breathing of exhausted workers and the distant hum of insects outside. Suddenly, the silence is shattered by the pounding of fists on doors, the blinding glare of flashlights, and the harsh commands of law enforcement officers demanding entry. There is no time to gather one's thoughts, no opportunity to prepare. Agents pour into the cramped quarters, demanding to see proof of continuous H-2A status on the spot. For many workers, the required documents are not always at hand, especially in the chaos and confusion of a midnight raid. The fear of making a mistake, of saying the wrong thing, or of not being able to produce the right paperwork is overwhelming. The consequences of even a minor error could be devastating: detention, deportation, or the loss of the only livelihood they have. The psychological impact of these raids cannot be overstated. The sense of safety that comes from having a place to sleep, however humble, is stripped away. In its place is a constant state of vigilance, a never-ending anxiety that seeps into every aspect of daily life. Children are awakened by the commotion, their cries adding to the chaos. Parents try to comfort them, but their own fear is impossible to hide. The community, already marginalized and vulnerable, is pushed further into the shadows. The message is clear: no place is safe, not even the most private spaces. The raids are not just about enforcing immigration laws, they are about sending a message of power and control. For the workers, the nights become longer, the shadows deeper, and the hope for a better future more distant than ever before. For Jamaicans whose visas are tied to a single employer, any minor clerical error, a dispute with a farm manager, or a contract terminated early, could instantly render them out of status and subject to immediate, on-the-spot deportation under the new expedited removal powers. There would be no day in court, no chance to call a sponsor, just a one-way flight to Kingston. The life of a Jamaican farm worker in a foreign land is fraught with challenges. From the moment they step off the plane, they are thrust into a world of uncertainty and hard labor. The work is grueling, often under the scorching sun, and the hours are long, yet these workers persevere, driven by the hope of providing a better life for their families back home. The money they earn, though modest by many standards, is a lifeline for their loved ones in Jamaica. It pays for school fees, medical bills, and daily necessities. Every dollar sent home is a testament to their sacrifice and hard work. However, the conditions they live in are often far from ideal. Many workers share cramped living spaces with minimal privacy. The amenities are basic, and the isolation from their families can be emotionally taxing. Despite these hardships, they remain resilient, finding strength in their community and their shared experiences. Communication with family back home is a precious lifeline. Letters, phone calls, and occasional video chats provide a brief respite from the loneliness and remind them of the reasons they endure such hardships. Each message from home is a source of comfort and motivation. Unfortunately, the challenges don't end with the physical labor and living conditions. Many Jamaican workers face discrimination and prejudice in their host countries. They are often seen as outsiders and treated unfairly, adding another layer of difficulty to their already challenging lives. Despite these obstacles, Jamaican workers are not without support. Community organizations and legal advisors work tirelessly to advocate for their rights and provide assistance. These groups offer a sense of solidarity and hope, reminding workers that they are not alone in their struggles. Cultural events and gatherings also play a crucial role in maintaining their morale. These occasions allow workers to celebrate their heritage, connect with others who share their background, and find joy amidst the challenges. It's a reminder of their identity and the rich culture they come from. As their contracts near completion, many workers look forward to reuniting with their families. The countdown to their return home is filled with anticipation and excitement. They dream of the moment they will step off the plane in Kingston, embrace their loved ones, and share stories of their experiences abroad. The homecoming is a moment of immense joy and relief. It's a time to reconnect with family, share the fruits of their labor, and enjoy the comforts of home. For many, it's a reminder of why they endured the hardships and a validation of their sacrifices. Reflecting on their journey, many workers feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. They have faced numerous challenges, but their resilience and determination have seen them through. As they look to the future, they carry with them the lessons learned and the hope for a better tomorrow. The story of Jamaican farm workers is one of resilience, sacrifice, and hope. Despite the many challenges they face, they continue to persevere, driven by the desire to create a better life for themselves and their families. Their journey is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope. This creates an environment of hyper-exploitation. Workers, terrified of being reported, would be afraid to complain about unsafe conditions, unpaid wages, or squalid housing, knowing their employer now holds the ultimate power over their freedom. This isn't just about removing people, it's about creating a captive, silent labor force for the agricultural industry, where the fear of a pre-dawn raid is the ultimate tool of control. In today's world, especially for those working far from home, the landscape of immigration, labor rights, and government policy is constantly shifting. For many farm workers, every day brings new challenges, whether it's understanding the latest visa requirements, adapting to sudden changes in work conditions, or simply trying to stay connected with loved ones back home. The uncertainty can be overwhelming, and the fear of missing out on crucial updates is real. That's why it's more important than ever to have a trusted source of information that you can rely on, one that breaks down complex topics and delivers them in a way that's easy to understand and act on. Imagine being able to access the most up-to-date news, policy changes, and practical guides right from your phone, no matter where you are. Whether you're in the fields, in the bunkhouse after a long day, or on a break, having reliable information at your fingertips can make all the difference. It empowers you to make informed decisions, protect your rights, and support your family. Our channel is dedicated to providing you with exactly that: timely, accurate, and relevant updates tailored to the needs of farm workers and their families. We sift through the noise, verify the facts, and present you with what truly matters, so you can focus on what's important: your work, your well-being, and your future. To make sure you never miss out, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. By subscribing, you're joining a community of people who care about staying informed and supporting each other. You'll be the first to know when we release new videos, guides, and updates, whether it's breaking news about immigration policy, tips for navigating workplace challenges, or stories from fellow workers who have faced and overcome similar obstacles. The notification bell ensures that every time we post something important, you'll get an alert right away, so you're always in the loop. Don't let uncertainty and confusion hold you back. Take control of your future by staying informed and connected. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss our essential guides, updates, and stories that matter most to you and your community. Together, we can navigate this journey, one step and one update at a time.